So with these images kind of started to happen during the same time I was working on those tapestries. And I started to think a lot about the fact that I had never shown the tapestries and the works on paper together because I just felt like aesthetically they were so different. The tapestries began to become so much more denser visually, but they certainly were not as dense with the works on paper. And I thought it was important to begin to do that. The other thing I was also interested in exploring with these works, I started sourcing images, particularly from party sites. And I was interested in the way people were composing themselves for the photographer. And sometimes there would be this kind of interesting intersection between what would be seen as a kind of runway model pose, but happening in a club party or at a street party. And there's sometimes be these interesting moments. For example, this figure in the back who seems to be looking away, but ironically, he's very aware of the camera and is making a kind of conscious decision to not look directly at the camera, but proclaiming his presence and deciding on how he wants to be projected or to be seen through this lens. I always say to people that when I use glitter and I use these floral embellishments and all of this kind of prettiness, it's a kind of bee to flower effort, you know. So the bee is attracted to this beautiful thing, but one has to be willing to comb the layers away to get back or to get into what is beyond these layers.